What's up, guys? It's Kanji, local realtor, Southern California. Rocking the pink shirt. You see this so many times in different videos. That's because today was another door knocking day. And I want to talk about door knocking because I see so many people just bashing door knocking, saying that it's dead and all that stuff. You know, it's untrue. You know, if you watched any video of mine, I always talk highly of door knocking. And my previous video, I said everything works, nothing doesn't. As long as you do it consistently and effectively. So, you know, let's break that statement down. Door knocking is dead. Okay? Well, first of all, let's take a look at the people who are saying that door knocking is dead. Number one, have you been doing it consistently enough? And have you been doing it effectively? Right? Because we can always talk about someone saying that something is not good, something is bad, and they really didn't do the thing effectively or efficiently. For example, they might have only done it for 3 months, and they might not have even done it correctly. You know, when I door knock, or in the beginning at least, I would strive to get people's contact information, you know, to grow my database. So from the first, say, 4 months of door knocking, I've collected around 200 people's phone numbers and emails. 200 people's phone numbers and emails, and added them to my database. And these are people who I can call every 4 times a year, quarterly phone call, and ask for referrals. In fact, I've gotten 1 referral so far, and I'm working on nurturing that lead into a closing. So that's another story in of itself. However, the money is in follow-up. All right? So door knocking, it's a way to build a database of people who you haven't met yet, right? You take these people's phone numbers and emails with proper skill and communication, you get their information, you follow up with them, and sooner or later the database might give you a lead or 2 every year, depending on how big it is. And that's why I think door knocking is important. You know, there's many other reasons, but that's just one of them. I'll talk about more of them later in this video. You know, it's just building the database initially, especially when you start in real estate. Because if you're young like me, most of your friends aren't going to be buying or selling real estate in the next 5 or 10 years, okay? So you need some sort of database or a pipeline to come back to regularly so you can get business. Not only is door knocking a form of long-term lead generation, but it's also a good form of short-term lead generation, meaning you could get a deal in the next 90 days. It does happen, all right? So again, back to my original point, who are the people who are saying that door knocking is dead? Have they been doing it consistently and effectively? Ask them the question. And if they say, oh, I've been doing it for a year, ask them, okay, well, how long have you been doing it? How many hours? How many doors have you knocked? Are you getting people's phone numbers and emails? Right? Ask them that question. If they don't answer it, kind of tells you that they're not doing it effectively. Okay? So, again, please analyze the people who are saying that door knocking is dead. Also, when it comes to lead generation, there are so many ways to do it. Again, I've talked about this in another video. Everything works, nothing doesn't. Facebook, Instagram, open house, cold calling, door knocking, marketing. You can literally do anything and you'll get leads. It's just the quality of them and how fast that you can convert them is how it really matters, okay? And let me ask you something. What's the best way to connect with someone and to build a relationship? It's through a face-to-face conversation, is it not? I mean, I have many times where I call someone on the phone, straight cold calls, and they say, yes, they're selling their house, and they click. They hang up the phone. Why is that? Because there's no face-to-face interaction here. I mean, it's easier to hang up the phone on someone rather than, you know, seeing them face-to-face and slamming the door on them, isn't it? Maybe you haven't tried it yet. Go find out, okay? I can tell you that building a connection with people is so much easier face-to-face, and you could do that easily through door knocking. I mean, how many realtors actually door knock? I don't know the statistic, but I can tell you, when I ask the homeowners of any neighborhood how many realtors actually knock on their door, they say, maybe 1 or 2. I'm in Southern California. How many realtors are there in this certain market? There's so many in my city. And how many of them actually go pound the pavement? Right? Most of them just leave flyers on the doorstep, and they don't even hand them out themselves. They hire someone else to do it. Okay? Now, of course, as you get older into the business, you develop some sort of momentum. Maybe door knocking may not be your best form of lead gen. And again, I'm saying this from the perspective of someone who's been in the business only 6 months. My opinion can certainly change. I want you guys to be aware of that. Maybe in a year from now, most of my business will be coming from open houses, Facebook, referrals. I don't know. Okay? And that brings me to my third point here. I don't know if I ever said 1 or 2 points though. But again, my next point is this. When you're new and you don't really have as much money as possible that you could spend on marketing, how can you actually get business? Okay? The 3 ways that I really know of for a new realtor to start building a business is 1, open houses, which are an excellent form of lead generation, and you should be doing them. 2, I said open houses already. Open houses, door knocking, and cold calling. Okay? Those are the 3 things I've been doing. The first 2, door knocking, open houses, great. I've been producing, leads that are able to convert. It's just that I've been losing them through different realtors, so that's another thing to focus on. Cold calling though, I'm starting to see not as much results that I want. I'm getting leads, however, it's hard for them to get them on the phone again a second time or to convert them. So I'm kind of deciding whether I should shift away from cold calling or not, right? So again, there's way more details I could go into on that, but that's another topic. So again, if you don't have as much money and you're starting in real estate, I really do think that door knocking and cold calling is one of the best, door knocking and open houses are one of the best way to build a business, because you build that connection, right? And most importantly though, what has door knocking done to me personally for my personal growth? And I think this is the more important point out of the previous 3 that I've been talking about here. If you're someone who's socially awkward, an introvert, are you really going to go out of your way to learn how to talk to people? Are you really going to have a conversation with a lot of people? I certainly thought I did it, but after watching a lot of people who built great businesses, most of them say that one form of lead generation that gave them a good amount of business was door knocking. So I did it, because I wanted to develop myself. I wanted to build a business. I wanted to have a conversation with leads, okay? And the amount of personal growth that I've seen through door knocking is tremendous. I mean, I could literally talk to any stranger right now and have a conversation about real estate. If I didn't door knock, I probably wouldn't have the conversation skills I have right now. Seriously. There's just so many things that you can learn about yourself through hours and hours of door knocking, because you learn about body language, tonality, pacing and leading, NLP, so many things that you just don't know about until you actually dig deep into this form of lead generation, right? I guarantee you, if you were to do door knocking for 6 months, because I can only speak for 6 months of experience here, if you door knock consistently for 6 months and you commit to learning more about it, you're going to develop some great conversation skills and you're going to develop great confidence in yourself. Again, you can do it through many other forms of lead generation like open houses or networking parties. I don't know. I tackled it one way, so of course my opinion is biased, okay? So I kind of spit out a lot of details here and they're kind of all over the place. I just want to address though, door knocking is not dead. Seriously. I just hate it when people say that a certain form of lead generation is dead. Cold calling, I don't care whatever form of lead generation it is. It's just, have they been doing it consistently? And have they been doing it effectively? If they haven't, don't even listen to them. The number one thing I want you to do though, if you're watching and you haven't done any lead generation yet, is to do it yourself. Do all of it. See which one you like first. This is not something that you're going to find out really quickly. Okay? It takes time to know which one works, which one doesn't, right? I mean, it takes a couple of months for you to even get leads in the first place and to convert them. So this is a long-term game that you must realize is going to take a while for you to learn. And in many cases, you're going to have to do things you hate in order to get to do the things you love. Okay? So I hope this video kind of breaks down that statement. God, I hate hearing that. I seriously do. Right? Just don't be a little bitch. Go out and do it. Seriously, I'm so tired of hearing people complaining about something they haven't even done. Seriously. Okay? So, just do shit. Get it done. If you want to argue with me, go ahead. I have my own opinions. I'm open to criticism at all times. My opinion is always open to hearing other people. But again, I am looking into online lead generation. So that's something I'll be touching into in more videos. But again, don't fall under the assumption that something doesn't work just because 1, 2, 3 people have said that. Okay? Find out for yourself, because that is the best way to know if something works or if something doesn't. Again, do it consistently, do it effectively. If you don't see results over the course of 6 or more months, then you know it might not be the best thing for you. Okay? So go do shit, get it done, make that money. Alright, stay tuned for more content. It's coming soon.